Okay, so let's take a look at this question. Abigail Enterprises sold 300 shares of stock. Alright, so first let's find the value of issuing the stock. So it's price per share times the number of shares. That would give us $10.35 is the price they gave us per share times the 300 shares. Okay, so the value is $3,105. Okay, the next thing we have to find out is what was the underwriting commission? What was the price that we were charged? It says it was 8.5% of, and that is of the value of your issue. So that number we just found, the value, $3,105, we're going to take times the percent of 8.5%, so we move the decimal 2 places to the left, giving us 0.085, and then we multiply 3,105 times 0.085. When we do that, we get $263.93. Okay, and our final step here is to find our proceeds, or what they made. So how much did you make? That's the net proceeds. So the value you earned on the stock of $3,105 minus the selling expenses. Now a lot of times there's more than just commission and selling expenses, but in this case that's all they gave us to go on. So we subtract the $263.93. And when we do, we get our answer of $2,841.07. Alright, so here's another example. It says Sandy Elks Incorporated. It sold 2,000 shares of stock, $45.20 per share. The broker charged $2.45 a share for her underwriting commission. So this time, instead of a percentage for commission, it's an amount per share. How much money did she make on the sale of these 3,000 shares? Well, first we need to find out what was the value of them. The price per share was $45.20, and there were 2,000 shares. Okay, so far we have $90,400, but she was charged a commission, specifically $2.45 a share. So the commission, again, in this case, instead of being a percent, it was a flat rate per share. So we take the number of shares, 2,000, times the rate, which was $2.45 a share. Okay, and the commission, that's what she's going to have to pay the stockbroker, was $4,900. So the net proceeds would be the $90,400 from that she made from the stock, minus the amount of commission she had to pay to get help to sell it. When we do, we find out that her net proceeds, or the amount she made in the end, was $85,500. Okay, here we have Framingham Company. They want to finance their expansion by selling 200,000 shares of stock at $42.30 each. The underwriting commission is 6.5% of the value of the stock. Accounting, legal, and printing fees are $122,432. What is the total selling expense? Okay, so this time, rather than asking how much they're going to make, they just want to know what are the expenses that are going to be involved. Well, we have the accounting and legal and printing fees of $122,432, but we also have to pay commission. So we need to figure out how much the commission is. Now remember, the commission is the value of the issue times the percent. So, but we don't know the value of the issue either, so we have to go up one more level, find the value of issuing the stock first. So again, that's the price per share, which is $42.30, times the number of shares, which was a lot in this case, 200,000 shares. Okay, when we do that, we get the value at $8,460,000. Right? And the reason we did that is so we could find out the commission. The commission, we take the value of that issue, $8,460,000, and we multiply by the percent of underwriting commission. And now it said that would be 6.5%, so we move the decimal 2 places to the left, change it to a decimal, and then we go ahead and multiply. So we're going to take that times 0.065, and that gives us a commission of $549,900. I would like to have that commission. Okay, so again, commission is an expense. The other expense they told us about was this accounting, legal, and printing. So for total expenses, we just add those together. So we had the commission of $549,900 that we just found. Add to it the other expenses that they gave us, which were $122,432, and we will have our answer. And we get $672,332. Okay, so this question has exactly the same type of problem. They did change one of the things, and that is what they were asking for. They gave us all of the same information about this Framingham company, the same underwriting commission, the same cost per share, the same number of shares. So it's all exactly the same. The only thing that's different is that when they ask the question, they say find the cost per share of the total expenses. Okay, so we're going to use what we did on the last question rather than starting all over again. To find the cost per share of expenses, you take the total expenses divided by the total number of shares. Well, on the previous question, hopefully you kept that written down. If not, just go back in the recording a little bit. We found that the total expenses were $672,332. Okay, so we've done all of that. Okay, remember we found the value of the stock, then we found the amount of the commission, then we added it to the other expenses. But there's our total. So all we have to do now to find the cost per share of expenses is take the total expenses, which again is $672,332, and divide by the number of shares, and the number of shares that they sold were 200,000. So we take again 672,332 divided by 200,000, and we get $3.36. We want to round to the nearest cent. So the cost per share for expenses is $3.36 per share. Alright, in this question it says the value of 650,000 shares of Comark stock is 1,125,000. So they found the value of the stock for us.